Hey teachers and parents, and welcome to Math Unlocked, where I get to offer you strategies for teaching math for grades 3, 4, and 5. My name is Miss McCarthy, the creator of McCarthyMathAcademy.com, and I'm on a mission to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for you. That way you can get out there and support the students that you work with. In today's episode, we're going to break down a 5th grade skill which involves comparing numbers with decimals. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it and let me teach ya. All right, so here we go, comparing numbers with decimals, and here we have 3 numbers that have decimals in them. I just want to point out that a 5th grader might look at these and go, what? Because there's so much happening. We have decimal points, we have semicolons, decimal points, semicolons. There's a lot of extra symbols in there, and sometimes it's hard to navigate where are these 3 numbers. So make sure that you take time to point out the 3 numbers to know that they might be getting confused on what exactly they are comparing here. So my strategy is to just box the numbers. That way I'm kind of isolating it and making it look a little less clunky. Because we're comparing 3 numbers, we're technically going to order them. And the order that we're going to focus on is ascending order, from the lowest point to the highest point, from least to greatest. So today let's focus on ascending, which goes from least to greatest. Now, descending order, students might also have to do, and that's going from the highest level down, from greatest down to least. There's 2 strategies that we're going to focus on today, using place value to understand and using a number line. So let's start with place value first. And I can see here, we've got the ones place, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, ones, tenths, hundredths, ones, and tenths. So to make my place value chart, I know I can start with the ones place right here and then move to the right with the tenths, hundredths, and thousandths place. We have 3 numbers, so let me make some space for those 3 numbers. So that first number is 4 and 68 thousandths. So let me plug in my digits. 4 is in the ones place, decimal, 0, 6, 8. Next we have 4 and 68 hundredths, and then we have 4 and 8 tenths. Now, a student might think right away, oh, I know what the greatest number is. It's this one, because there's 4 digits there. And while that might be correct, it's not in this case. There are 4 digits. This one only has 2, but we know that 4 and 8 tenths is actually greater. So once we're in this place value chart, we can compare the values of each place value starting with the largest value. All right, so our largest value is the ones place here. The ones place, and we can see that we have the digit 4 for each of those numbers. So we're comparing the same value. They all have a value of 4 ones. Moving over, now we're comparing the tenths place. And here we can see that our lowest digit would be that 0 in the tenths place. So because of that, we can say that 4 and 68 thousandths is the lowest number. It has the least value. So it's going to be less than our next value, which would be having that 6 in the tenths place. 4 and 68 hundredths would be our next number, which is less than 4 and 8 tenths. So again, we have 4 and 68 thousandths, which is less than 4 and 68 hundredths, which is less than 4 and 8 tenths. That would be ascending order, going from the least to the greatest. It's also important to be able to plot these values on a number line so that way you can visually see them being compared. So if we have a number line here, to draw this takes a little bit of thinking, and I'm seeing that since I have my values, my digit 4 in the ones place for most of these, I know it's going to be between the whole number 4 and the whole number 5. So I'm going to plot a 4 here and a 5 here. There's no one right way to do this, but this is just how my brain is understanding it. Halfway would be 4 and 5 tenths, or 4 and 50 hundredths, or 4 and 500 thousandths. Those are all equivalent values. And now I can just kind of look. My first value, 4 and 68 thousandths, I know that's going to be much closer to my 4, because 4 and 500 thousandths would be that halfway. So 4 and 68 thousandths could be right about there. Next we have 4 and 68 hundredths. So 4 and 68 hundredths would be a little bit greater than 4 and 50 hundredths, so maybe about right here. 4 and 68 hundredths. And finally we have 4 and 8 tenths, which is greater than 4 and 5 tenths, so it's going to be maybe right about there. Okay, so now we can visually see that 4 and 68 thousandths is less than 4 and 68 hundredths, which is less than 4 and 8 tenths. All right, so I hope that today's skill of comparing numbers with decimals makes sense after watching this video. And if you're thinking, wow, I would really love some more support with this skill and tons of other math skills, stay tuned because I'm about to point you in the right direction for your next steps. I hope you found this episode to be helpful. If you did, please let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. It's an easy way to support the content that I bring to you for free on YouTube. If you're a teacher or a parent, especially in Florida, you'll definitely want to check out McCarthyMathAcademy.com. Here is where I offer fast math freebies, including a playlist of fast math style problems and video lessons to support your teaching. For those ready to dive deeper, check out Taking on the Best, a monthly membership packed with video lessons, student guides, extra practice, error analysis videos, math tasks, mini assessments, and much more, which are all strategically aligned to Florida's best standards. With 3 levels, bronze, silver, and gold, you can choose the support that best fits your needs to promote student growth and skill mastery. Would you like to take Taking on the Best for a test drive? You can sample 1 standard per grade to find the right plan for you. Do that by simply requesting a free trial. And if you're gearing up for the final fast math assessment of the school year, definitely check out Taking on the Fast, a 15-day countdown series with video lessons and fast-style math problems. Start with a sneak peek of day 1, and when you're ready, you can make a one-time purchase. And if you're thinking about the gold plan for Taking on the Best, good news! Taking on the Fast is included in your membership. While many of my followers are in Florida, I know that there are teachers and parents everywhere looking for support. That's why I created McCarthy Math 155 with 155 video lessons for each grade level, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can also sign up for a free trial to McCarthy Math 155 to explore it before signing up for a monthly membership. And finally, if you've enjoyed my math music videos on YouTube, you can also jam out to ad-free versions on my website. You can find all the links below, and please feel free to email me with any questions that you have. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, get out there and make the world a little bit brighter in your own special way. See you next time.